Hello! We're back for another exciting Tales from the Toilet Bowl. Now, as promised yesterday, I did watch the trailer for The Stand. And Kaylee watched the trailer for The Stand with me. What did you think? Whoopi Goldberg's in it, James Marsden is in it, and as I said before, Alexander Skarsgård's in it. I wasn't overly impressed, to be honest. It's a series that is coming soon. I will probably watch it because Alexander Skarsgård's in it. But it really didn't.
Flash blind everybody.
Really didn't look that amazing to me. It didn't impress me that much. And I think Whoopi Goldberg is way too young to play Mother Abigail.
That's what I said.
Yeah, so it looks okay. I will probably watch it because, as I say, Alexander Skarsgård. But that's about it on that one. Also, if you enjoyed Once Upon a Time, there is something similar. It's in a similar sort of vein, if you like, the magic in it, called the Dresden Files. It's on Prime at the moment. I've been watching it. It's about this guy and he's a wizard.
I apologise if I'm flash blinding anyone, but I've got a sequiny t-shirt.
He's a wizard and he owns a magical and arcane shop in America, and he makes friends with a female detective called Murphy, and it's about how he uses his wizarding skills to try and fight crime.
We didn't get to watch,
Enola Holmes.
yeah, Michelle, because I've been watching Once Upon a Time because I'm trying to finish it before we go to bed. So I haven't watched it yet. I apologise.
But we will.
Yes. And if you want to see this t-shirt in its full effect, it's that one side and then that the other side. I'm going to keep it that way actually because it's not going to flash blind as many people. It's still quite glittery though.
It's all sequins.
It's sequins.
She's performing to tonight absolutely covered in sequins.
Use sequins. I like me sequins. As you know, I like glitter, so anything twinkly.
Right, we still haven't had a lot of comments from people.
We've had some.
We've had some. We are very grateful to those who commented.
Michelle and Leanne.
So we haven't got a huge amount of content for tonight, but we do have some which I've more or less covered with those two items.
No, I said about the other thing just like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, they're from the comments.
What is it doing? Guys,
They're
jeez.
from the comments.
Oh, and Michelle likes to go to Australia, and Leanne wants to go to Egypt. And I said the only reason I want to go to Egypt is the pyramids.
Yeah, I'd like to see the pyramids.
Pyramids. That's
Maybe
it.
swim a mile down the Nile.
But that's
I could be happy.
that's the only reason that I'd want to go to Egypt to see the pyramids. Anyway,
So how's the pyramids?
we're going to talk about our gig experiences. I'll let you begin.
I was going to let you begin.
I'll let you begin. I said it first.
I hadn't been to a gig in many years. I mean, I think I've seen Duran Duran 3 times, and I've seen Japan, and I've seen Depeche Mode, and I have been to see Soft Cell and performed with Malcolm Members, but I hadn't been to a gig in eons. And Kaylee bought me a ticket to go and see the Black Veil Bride, supported by drugs.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was Reckless Love. They were supporting Reckless Love was supporting them the first time.
With drugs.
Yeah, but you didn't mention Reckless Love,
Okay,
did you?
well, anyway, drugs and Reckless Love. Reckless Love, I absolutely fell in love with on Hall's Life.
No, Ollie she fell in love with.
But before that, we went in and they were playing music such as Toto Africa and various other 80s power metal songs. Kaylee spilt her Coke all down herself.
When Reckless Love came on, I had a cup of Coke, and for some reason, my brain went jump in the air, and I went yay, and I got Coke all over myself. And I was wearing a corset.
I nearly had a fight with a chav.
Yeah.
he started on me, and I wasn't going to stand there and just take it. So I'm like, yeah, you want some? Yeah, you come on. And Kane's going, mother, calm down, you'll get kicked out. Because he's going, come on,
Bear in mind, the brides hadn't even come on at that point. Like, drugs were on. So I was like...
drugs weren't on at that point.
Well, the brides weren't on either.
He's going, come on. And I went, yeah, you want some? Yeah, come on.
So I was just like, stop, because I'm not getting kicked out before the brides start.
And then Reklislav came on first, and I fell in love with the Reklislav.
Ollie.
Great. Thought they were amazing.
Fell in love with Ollie.
Then drugs came on, and all hell broke loose. You had all these 6-year-olds going, oh, drugs, yeah, good, drugs is good. And I had some idiot almost laying on me. I almost passed out in the crush because it did get really crushy when they came on.
What I did was amazing.
And they're all standing there going, we want drugs, we want drugs.
It's what I did to that guy who was laying on you, though, weren't it?
Well, Kaylee noticed I was having difficulties in breathing, and she grabbed my head like that and pushed me up like that.
I went on about what I did to the guy.
Hang on, I was getting to that. So I was looking at the balcony. And then the guy that was almost laying on me, she was kicking him with her spiky boots on. She was punching him. She was telling him to get the fuck off of her.
You just swore?
Sorry, but that's what she said.
Really?
That's what she said. I'm just...
No, you wasn't. You weren't thinking.
I'm quoting, air quotation.
No, she's not. She weren't thinking.
I wasn't thinking, but that's what she said.
Yeah, maybe what I said.
She had me like this, and I was actually swimming through people.
Okay, I apologise for her again.
And then I was like, right, come on, we're going to get to the front. So I used my semi-comatose state to my advantage. And I'm dragging her through these crowds of people. Going, I've got to get to the toilet, I'm going to be sick. I've got to get away from here, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to be sick. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to be sick. And people were sort of like moving away from me, and we almost got to the front.
Right, when I went to see, she wasn't with me this time. I went to see, who did I go to? Demi Buller, that's it. I went to Demi Buller. And I was actually sick because I went to Camden because it was at the Forum, which is in Kentish Town. And I asked for vegetarian, well, it wasn't vegetarian, it was vegetable chow mein. And there was these like lumps of icky in it. It was like fat. And I ate it, I struggled through it. It was only like a fiver. So I thought, okay, well, I'll eat it because I need something to eat before I go to this gig. So I went to this gig and I was feeling really, really, really rough. Like, really rough. And I think a migraine had kicked in, but I wasn't going to miss Demi Borger because I hadn't been to a gig then for... Oh, I don't actually think I'd been to... No, I went to see Disturbed when I was 15. Just very young. And I saw Dave Germain in his pants, but that is a different kettle of fish. Anyway, so I went to see them when I was 15. That was the first gig that I'd actually been to. So this was when I was about 20. So 5 years I hadn't been to a gig. So I said, I'm going to go and see Demi Borger. And I was feeling rough. And I thought, I'm not going to miss Demi Borger because I'm feeling sick. Yeah. That's not how I roll. So I was near the front. I was about 2 rows back from the front. I was loving it. I was like, yeah. And I was headbanging and stuff with a migraine. Don't do that because you end up being sick all over yourself. I was. And not only was I sick over myself, but I was sick all over the floor. And no one was near me. It was great. I was at the front of the stage, standing in my puke. And I was like, yeah. And the worst part is Shaggy saw me from the stage, standing in my seat, covered in it, like, ah.
But you hadn't been to a gig for about 5 years, but you have been to things like the Circus Varus.
Yeah,
and
that I had.
Rock and roll
but
stuff.
Like an actual proper gig. When I was 15, my mum paid for me and my ex-boyfriend
Very
to go and see Disturbed, and we went to Brixton, the Brixton Academy. The line was around the thing twice because he decided he wanted to go for walkabouts. I just wanted to get there, right? He didn't leave until like 6 o'clock at night, and I'm against that. If you're going to a gig, you need to get there early, right? And stand or sit in the queue for hours. You don't get there at 6 o'clock or Well, it starts at 8 because no, that's not the done thing. So you stand or sit in the queue, however long it takes, because if not, then you're not going to get near the front. We was right at the back, and we hardly saw anything. I mean, like I said, saw Jade Jermaine in his pants because he was running down the corridor to another one of the dressing rooms. Interesting. But the dressing room on the top floor, I don't know. He's downstairs running around in his pants. I don't know. Maybe he does his sound check. Maybe he does his sound check in his pants. I don't know. But he was
been streaking.
running around in his pants. And they were white pants with hearts on them, if you're interested. Very strange. Boxer shorts. Just thought I'd let you know, fill you in on that bit. And he kind of like just ran. And I was like, okay. And I says to my ex-boyfriend, I'd just seen Dave Jermaine in his pants. He went, yeah, I saw that too.
He was streaking.
When we came out of the gig, they had these huge cardboard disturbed signs, and I went to my ex-boyfriend, I want to get one of them, and he was like, they're like K-wide, no, they're not, they're cable tied to the fence, and I was like,
not K-wide.
I went, I'm going to get one of them, and he went, how are you going to get one of them? And I stood there, and I was yanking it, I got it off. I wanted it, so I got it. And then we came home, and my ex-boyfriend said to my mum over the intercom, because at the time I was living in upstairs Masonette, went, hello Dave.
And didn't even, oh you Dave, quite normally. And I, hello Dave.
Yeah, and I said I've got a piece of cardboard, and brought that up, and my mum was like, oh cool. And because it had 2 disturbed posters on it, I cut it in. I got a knife from the kitchen, and I was cutting it in half, and I was like, that house for you, that house for me. And I've still got my half upstairs in my bedroom. So that made it.
But he went, oh you Dave, and I went, hello Dave.
All of the like moving and stuff, and I still have my piece of cardboard upstairs. Very proud of that piece of cardboard.
Then
Reckless Love, we met Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't that a fucking delight? Whoops.
Oh,
I've done
for
it again.
God's sake! I'm gonna stab her in a minute because that's the second time she's done it.
Okay, wasn't that a delight?
No, you can't go back on it now. You've already said it.
Wasn't that a delight?
I'm done with you right now.
Outside the Barfly, eating sandwiches, and some weird guy started talking to us, and I was saying it puts me in the mind of Hanoi Rocks, and he goes, yeah, I think he gets his style from Mike Monroe, yeah. And it was a bit strange. And
Can you think before you speak?
And then this BHCH come along, nose in the air like this.
Funny how the word that's not that offensive is the one that she spells out.
Looked at the sign on the window like this with the nose in the air, she's like. And then she turned around and she waltzed off, nose in the air. And I went, what And Kaylee agreed. So we decided that we'd stood outside long enough. And there were people that were in there, obviously waiting to go up to the gig. So I said, well, I'm not.
She went inside and said, is it okay if we come and sit inside? And he said, yes.
Yeah, so we went in and there was a booth occupied by one person. Michelle. And I went, is it alright if we join you? And she was like, yeah, come on. So we sat there and started talking to Michelle. And that was how we met the delightful Michelle. And yeah, so that's how me, Kaylee.
Hang on, we're videoing.
That's how me, Kaylee, and Michelle.
Shut up.
That's how me, Kaylee, and Michelle met.
Yes.
And then there was a lot of mating of eyes between her and Jesus.
Me, not Michelle.
Through the window. And Michelle was getting a bit jealous because they were sort of like this through the glass at each other. And Michelle couldn't actually get her head in that little window because Kaylee's head was there and she was staring at us too going,
Heaven's Basement.
oh, that was charming, that was.
Give me 1 second, I just got to get something.
There was this woman next to us and she was so spatially unaware it was painful. And if anyone's been to Chinnery's, they know that you've got like this scaffolding in front of the stage. So we were standing in front of this scaffolding in front of the stage watching Evan's Basement and just basically throwing devil horns and cheering and stuff. And first of all, this woman got the hump with Kaylee because she had a little tiny BVB tattoo on her arm, and Kaylee's got that. And she was like,
My choice, my body. I do what I want with it. Yeah, she wasn't.
and then she was sort of headbanging, and she bounced her head off of the scaffolding at the front of the stage and went, to me. Now, I didn't have nurse tattooed across my forehead or anything. It's going, and I said to Katie, I went, look, I've paid to come to this gig as well. I'm not nursing anyone now. And Kay went, don't you dare. I went, I'm not gonna. And she's going,
And Aaron, the lead singer of Evan's Basement, almost got carried out the door.
yeah, he was singing I Am Electric, and when he sings I Am Electric, he goes a bit mental, and he stage dived, and he's only a little guy, and he's not very big. He's a little guy. He's built like a tank.
Think Joey Jordison, but like
he's only small,
more built.
and he was standing there going, I am electric, and he jumped, and he done this stage dive. And they were heading towards the door. Now,
He went, take me back.
they had a roadie who looked like Vince Noir. He was so skinny.
Noel
He looked
Fielding
like-
from the Mighty Boosh.
He looked like, yeah, well, this was when he was very young.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was going to snap. And he was wearing like this black and white stripy t-shirt, which made him look even skinnier. He's got the hair like Vince Noir from the Mighty Boosh. He's got on these really tight trousers. I don't know how he bent over in them. And they were bringing Aaron back, and he's like, and I said to her, I said, if he grabs him, he's going to snap. And he's gone like this to pull him back on stage like the roadies do, and he fell over with him.
And Aaron landed on
There's
top
him
of
and
him.
Aaron laying on the floor.
And he was still singing.
And
He
he
was
was
still singing. But the roadie there was actually really amazing because he was singing a Metallica song and I was singing with him.
Yeah, they were singing to each other, and this big roadie who looked like a biker. I don't know why it wasn't the big roadie who looked like a biker that was trying to get Aaron back on stage, and so they sent out Vince Noir. I don't know. But it was amusing. But they also had on a band called Shouting Signals that night.
Oh, God, him, yeah.
Now,
Oh,
the
him.
lead singer was he looked like he was about 12. Obviously, he had to be older than that. And he was so emo. I mean, he could have been the poster boy for emos. And Kaylee come out, you know, I saw you. Kaylee went, well, I was now. And he was giving out CDs and stuff. And he made sure he gave one to Kaylee.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's going like, it's one of her CDs. And Kaylee's like,
Thanks.
thanks.
But when we went to see Reckless Love, was it Reckless Love or the new device?
New device for Reckless Love.
Was
Yes.
that when we met Michelle?
Yes. It was Mallory Knox. New device, Mallory Knox.
Touched my face.
Now, if you've ever seen a band called New Device, they sweat a lot. They are second only to Lee Evans with sweating.
He touched my face.
And we were standing there and we were getting spat by sweat. And then he spotted Kaylee and he was like... And
He
Kaylee,
didn't do that. He went like that. And then he got to my head and he went like that. And I was like...
and Kaylee went to me. And I was like, yes, Kaylee, I know.
And when we went and saw the mark with it, he touched my face.
But she discovered she liked the drummer by
Yeah,
then, so she
But
was...
I said to the lead singer, you come up to me, you touched my face. He was like, didn't you like it? I went, no one touches my face.
But Ollie touched me.
Yeah, she was. I told you about the
Made
hands
my
thing.
millennium. God, he's got gorgeous eyes. Ah, he made my millennium.
We have seen them 3 times, but one of the times I was late getting there because
That
I
was,
was
my
working.
birthday, and I got a praline donut.
from Michelle.
Michelle bought me a praline donut, and we were waiting outside, and we saw all of them come out, with the exception of Ollie, and I'm like, Ollie, where's Ollie? Where's Ollie? I want to see Ollie. I want to see Ollie. And she's going, I want to see her soon, I want to see her soon. We didn't see her so early, because they'd come out the other door, disguised in anoraks. Now, how Ollie can disguise... I don't know.
He looks like a mix between Barbie and Thor.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
He's built like Thor, but he looks like Barbie.
And he's not that tall.
No.
And they came out, him and Hesu were disguised wearing anoraks. And they came out the other door, so they must have passed me at some point. But they weren't going
Did you
along
see
the
anyone
queue.
with an anorak?
Huh?
Did you see anyone with an anorak?
Yeah, I thought they were anoraks though, I wasn't.
There you go, it was Ollie and Hasu.
But there were the other three came along and they were like talking to people in the crowd.
She was worrying because she's like, where's Kaylee? Where's Kaylee? Where's Kaylee?
Yeah, because Kaylee was at work. And then
I said, I'll meet you outside.
we were
Yeah, no.
downstairs in the Islington Academy, and this big security guard come up to us and he goes, if you're interested, the mezzanine's open. So I went, oh, mezzanine, right, that's where we're going because we can't get near the front. So I went up to the mezzanine and Michelle said, my feet are killing me. So we tried to steal this stool that was like 3 big drums welded together, but I think it was bolted to the floor because it wouldn't move. So I found armchairs.
I didn't have an armchair, I had a bongo.
So I've hefted over these armchairs and a bongo, and I was sitting there with my feet on the bongo, on the armchair,
And then Michelle gave me the armchair and she sat on the bongo.
and I was getting so into it that when they done their big hit, The Night Is On Fire, I'm headbanging. Little did I notice there was a ventilation duct here.
I got there at that point.
I didn't realise there was a big ventilation duct up there. So I'm leaning over, headbanging away quite happily. And then I realised I'd got my hair tied to the ventilation duct and I was stuck.
But what was funny was on the way there, I was getting text messages from Michelle. Like, okay, so first of all, I was at work. I got into the like, where the lockers were at work. Where are you? I'm at work. Why are you at work? Because I'm at work,
I
right?
said, Michelle, I've got to go to the loo. She went, but you're agoraphobic. I went, I know, but I really need to go to the loo or I'll be sitting in a puddle. And she went, I'll come with you. Michelle doesn't like public loos. And this one was really grotty.
I was saying.
Hang on a second. And we got in this public loo and Michelle went, I think I need to go. I've never known Michelle use a public loo, like, ever.
She did once in KFC when I was
And
there.
she went, I've got to go. I went, well, go on then. But it's dirty. And I went, well, I know that urine is actually sterile when it comes out, but when it hits the air, it's not sterile anymore, so I think it'll be all right. She's going, yeah, but it's dirty. I went, well, I'm not the health inspector, I just needed the loo. So,
Right, anyway, so I was like, I got my phone and I was like, I'm at work. Why are you at work? I went, so I'm just leaving work now. Okay. 10 minutes later, where are you? I was like, walking down the road. Where to? The train station. Okay. You know where you're going, aren't you? Some kind of Islington. Okay. Where are you? Oh, I'm on the train.
but before we actually got to the Islington Academy, Michelle had to go and pick up tickets because she was going to see American Psycho, the musical.
But then, well, you know when you're on the underground and you can't get a signal, so when I got off the train, where are you? I was like, crying out loud, I went, I just got off the train! Okay. Got to the door of the Islington Academy. Where are you? I went, I'm outside, I'm at the door. Okay. So I've got my bag, because I had a bag for work, because it had my shoes
Yeah,
in
but
there.
you didn't know where in the Islington Academy
No.
we
So
were.
I got inside. Where are you? I'm downstairs. We're upstairs. I can see you. Like, where are you? Upstairs. Looked up. Oh, there they are. So I made my way upstairs, and then I went and sat on a bongo, and there was like, hi. And I was
And
like,
I thought I was tripping because there was a child standing there, a child of about 10 standing there. And then I looked again and he'd gone and I went, Kaylee, am I actually hallucinating or was there a child there? And she went, yeah, there was a child there. So I don't know how he got in because she's supposed to be 16 and older.
14.
Was it 14? He weren't 14, he was about 10.
Yeah, but if the parents bought the tickets, don't really care, do they?
And we had, the support app was naff.
Yeah,
Some
they were
woman.
actually quite a big band. They were emo band. I can't remember the name of them. Blonde lead singer, female. I can't remember the name of them.
Oh, no.
I know they were naff. I hate them. I don't rate them at all. I can't
Oh,
remember
the
the name of them.
naffest things on earth.
Michelle, comment. I can't remember the
You're
name of
having
them.
a good time tonight. And then she said that she wanted everyone to light up their phones so as it looked like effing heaven.
But I actually got there when they were doing their last few songs, and I was sitting there. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was...
I've just come out of work.
But then
The
again,
this.
Michelle could be really enjoying it, but she sits there like this.
Yeah, she was enjoying, like, Reckless Love, because she's sort of like...
There's me and Kaylee going balmy, and she's sitting there going...
Then we went to see Lacuna Coil.
Oh, that
The
was
first
fun.
time. The first time.
That was fun.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to see Lacuna Coil. We was with this girl called Alex.
Who fell over coming down the steps of the tube?
Yeah, that was on the way home.
No, that was on the way
Oh, was
there, yes.
Well, she had on these pair of tartan boots and she couldn't walk
No,
in.
they weren't the tartan boots she was wearing that night. These boots were like rubber studs around the heel.
Oh, well...
The tartan boots was when we went to see Bridgerton.
Well, anyway, she fell over on them as well. She's wearing these boots. Oh, yeah, because I was going to buy them boots. That was right. And she got them because she's... Anyway,
We went through Camden that day as well.
she fell over. Lacuna Coil were at the Coco, and my mum decided to go the wrong way, and she was going to the Barfly. And I went, where the hell are you going? It's this way. She was like, okay.
Bearing in mind I used to work
And
there.
she said, and I quote, I know Camden really well.
I know Camden as used to be. I used to work in...
I know where the Coco is. This is what she said. And I was like, well, you go into the Barfly.
I used to work in the Coco when it was called the Camden Palace, which was many, many eons ago.
But anyway. So, we've gone to see Lacuna Coil. Everything's fine and dandy. My mum's up in the box. She got the box because she went backstage because this German security guard went and got her.
Right, I know the Coco inside out. I said to Kaylee, because I'm nice, do you want to come to the dressing rooms with me because I know how to get there? And she was like, no, I'm going to stand on the dance floor. I went, okay, well, suit yourself. So I've gone backstage, I've met them all, I'm like, hey, having a lovely time. And then I've gone and stood inside, and I was right at the back of the dance floor, up by the bar at the back, the main bar. And this German security guard put his hand on my shoulder like that. I thought, what have I done? And he went, you're Mrs. Saunders. I went, oh, no. He goes, oh, would you like to come to the Royal Box? I'm like, okay.
So anyway, she's waving at us from the Royal Box, and they decided to do an acoustic set halfway through their show, which was really cool. Alex was on the floor holding onto my leg, crying, saying, it's so beautiful. And I was like, get up.
And that bloke tried to start a fight on the dance floor and that rockabilly looking.
Yeah, but she was on my leg. She was clinging to my leg like a cling, going, it's so beautiful. I'm kicking her, going, get up. And I'm wearing my Frankenstein boots. Michelle, you know what my Frankenstein boots. Leanne, you've seen my Frankenstein boots.
They're demonium and they've got like a, well, it's a foot high platform.
Yeah. And I'm kicking her, going, get up, you're embarrassing me. She's like, it's so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God. So anyway, after I managed to get her off me, this guy started a fight with us. And I'm not going to stand there and go, no, it's okay. I was like giving it back to him. And this rockabilly guy was like, they're girls. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to deck them. And he was like, no, you're not. You've got to get past me first. And he's like, yeah, there's two of me and there's one of you. And two of us and there's one of you. And he's like, yeah. You went, that says maybe. You went, but I do kickboxing.
And the support band were This Is She.
But it was quite funny because that rockabilly guy was like, do you want to take it outside? Because I'll take you outside right now and deal with you. And I was just like, yeah!
And there was one guy who was yelling out on the support band, This Is She, going, oh, you're a good one. And she goes, hi, what's your name? And you went, Terry. And she's obviously from California, so she goes, Terry, hi, how you doing? And he was like, which is brilliant. It was amusing.
She was funny. And then, so yeah, that was all going well with her clinging onto my leg. Then we went to the Coco again to see him.
Him had the worst put back in the world.
I had
ever.
waited 13 years. Michelle was supposed to have come with us, but
You
she
did
saw him the
actually
day
mention
before.
this one. You did
I
touch
know.
on this one before.
But 13 years, and cried the whole way through the show.
Even
Yeah, because I
though-
said about the band and we was going to like,
Even
are you
though-
going to sing yet? And they're like, they didn't.
Even though Billy Vela was staring at her when he sang Kiss of the Dawn.
Well, you know.
And she was like,
And then last time I went to the Coco was when we went to see Andy Black.
yeah, we went and saw Andy Black.
And my ex-boyfriend actually posted a picture and said, well, when are we going to see this Andy Black then? And I, well, when he comes out on the stage, obviously. And he's like, oh, okay, so we're going to see this Andy Black. And I went, eventually.
But he was excellent.
Yeah, Andy Black
He
was really
just got married as well at that point. It was like about 2 weeks after he got married. And he came out for a cigarette and I had to stop Kaylee from going after him.
Decisions. You shouldn't have made that choice. That was a silly choice to make. But anyway, that's not the point. It was a really good show. And I enjoyed myself muchly, and it was really cool. And then about
And you met a couple of friends there, Emily.
Emily, and I can't remember the other one.
I can remember.
Lauren, I think her name
I
was.
can remember Emily because
But I was in the video for Ribcage briefly, very
yeah,
briefly.
and I don't know how, but the girl that was with Emily managed to spot this one in the video. It's literally blink and you miss her, but somehow she saw her in the crowd.
Hi.
And when the first time we went to see the brides, somebody videoed the queue, and this girl was going along the crowd, and there's two people standing there looking like serial killers. Me and her, like, we've been waiting there for ages, like, looking for someone to kill.
Yeah. But other than that, we have been to quite a few gigs. The last one I went to, last one I went to, it was the Brides, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think it was the Ali Bow.
I don't know. Was the brides after Lacuna Coil?
Yeah, it was after. Right. Okay, so went to Emotionless in White and Lacuna Coil, and oh my god, I hated with a passion Emotionless in White.
Oh, Devilment won that night as well. Don't forget that.
Devilment were amazing because that's like Danny Phil.
Right, we'll go for it. Will Francis was the DJ and he was crap.
Mm.
He played Taylor Swift. This is a goth gig, right? Taylor Swift. And
Britney Spears.
I mean, okay, yeah, you can get away with Frank Sinatra, but Taylor Swift and Britney Spears, no. And I was
especially when Devilment and Motionless in White.
yeah,
playing.
and I'm standing up the back and I'm going, oh, this is so bad. Oh no, this is Blink-182. And there was a guy there who was dressed like Chris Motionless. You would have believed he was him, and he thought I was hysterical.
So anyway, me and Michelle are at the front because, like, yeah, you know, we are raw, and we was at the front. We was like to the side and at the front, and we were standing there. Devilment were amazing. That's like Danny Filth's other band. We
yeah,
cannot
but
fault
then
them.
sang like one song or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but when we went past, Danny Filth was hanging out the window, and I was like, oh, it's Danny Filth up there, you know, because I'm just not. I don't get like by singers and stuff. I'm just like.
Yeah, but I rather fancy Danny Filth. Where is
Vlogs,
he? By
you
then
know.
he'd gone back in.
But anyway, so we went and saw Devilment. Devilment were amazing, and then Motionless in White came on, and I did not like Motionless in White. I hated them because a lot of people who liked Black Veil Brides went off of Black Veil Brides and onto Motionless in White, and I am not a traitor to the brides. I'm not, and I'm like, if you like one, why can't you like the other?
So she
You know.
was determined that she was going to hate Motionless in White.
I was until they done America.
And they come on and they were doing America, and her foot started tapping involuntarily. She was like going.
And then my head.
By the end of America, she's like, yeah.
And then to every other song they were doing, I was like, yeah! Like, oh, crap, what have I just done?
And then she thought Chris Motionless was the nicest guy in the world because he was lovely to everybody.
It was her birthday, and she went, I love you, and then I love you too. So, you know, I was like,
I love you, little teenage girl I don't even know.
and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then Lacuna Coil came out, and Michelle was standing there doing her thing.
Yeah, but this is Michelle. She could be really loving it, you know, would be going, yeah, and she'd be standing there going,
And I was standing there doing my thing.
this is about as animated as the show gets, and it's like,
And I was doing my thing, which is screaming the words, and I went to see. Oh yeah, Nightwish. Nightwish was not good. We won't. I don't want to talk about
I
that.
loved Nightwish, but Kaylee unfortunately had some idiot leaning on her jugular vein, and halfway through the band,
I did tell you about this with the nurse.
halfway through their set, she passed out. Scariest thing in the world to see when you're up on the balcony and you can't get down there is seeing your child dragged out of the audience. But they were absolutely amazing.
The first 4 songs were really amazing. Pain were awesome though. Well, I was in a lot of pain.
Pain were really good, but Nightwish were absolutely outstanding. And I will always say this, Nightwish, I mean, Fleur was new. Fleur had only been
Fleur.
with him a couple of weeks. Fleur, whatever you want
Fleur.
to call her. She'd only been with him a couple of weeks, and she was absolutely amazing.
And then lastly, my bestie in the whole world, Michelle. She bought me a ticket to go and see the Black Veil Brides at the Alley Bow. Now, she had bought me tickets to go and see Lacuna Coil. She bought me tickets to go and see the Brides previously. She bought me tickets to go and see him. And she bought me tickets to go and see the Black Veil Brides for my birthday.
And we also went to the Crane Torrent one.
Yes, but you paid for them.
Mm.
So, you know, Michelle has actually funded in my concert going a few times because she's lovely and there were birthday presents and Christmas presents and stuff. And I'm very grateful for her doing that for me because I'm a big fan of music as I am a singer myself. So, and she knows this.
And we did go to see Ashes to Angels on a barge, which
Hang
Michelle
on.
also helped in getting the tickets.
I'm talking
I
about
was talking about Michelle.
Ali Bow, right. So, went to go and see the Black Veil Brides. I was on my own. And I was having some issues with who is now the ex. And I was on my own. I made some friends in the crowd, which is not my job. She usually does that. She starts talking to anybody in the crowd and she usually makes friends. I did it by myself. I was so impressed with myself. I was like, yeah. And I've now got them people who they're on my Facebook now, so I made some friends there.
Friends with people, and I think I'm insane. That's probably why.
And I was about 4 rows back from the front, and Like a Storm, who was supporting the Black Veil Brides, they were amazing. They have a didgeridoo, and they're like a metal band with a didgeridoo. It's really, really cool. They're from New Zealand. They're really, check them out. They are really, really good. I love Like a Storm. And the lead singer came in the crowd and he was trying to get to me and he couldn't quite get to me because I was like 4 rows back. But I was like, nee! And he's like, nee! Yeah, it was a bit. But that was quite funny because he kept staring at me. I don't know why. Why do singers always stare at me?
5-finger Death Punch at Wembley, and it was.
1 second. That was the last gig we went to, I think. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't the. Oh, hang on. I think it was Andy Black actually because I remember.
Andy Black was after Wembley.
With us. So yeah, it must have been Andy Black then. But anyway, so I've gone to see the Brides at the Alley Bow, and I was on with Jackie Jones. And Like a Storm were really amazing. And the Brides came on stage, and Andy was rolling around on the floor like a lunatic. And it wasn't until the day after when I went to see Russell Howard, I noticed how dirty the stage was. And I was like, okay, so that's from the Brides. And I went, that's not just from the Brides. I went, so Andy Biersack was rolling around in that. They had J-cloths hanging in black.
And it wasn't Andy Black.
And I was just like, ew, that's disgusting. And Andy was rolling around on that yesterday. Literally, like, less than 24 hours. I was just like, ew.
But the thing
It was good, though. They were amazing.
We went to see 5-finger Death Punch. Now, this was a bit of a screw-up anyway. It was supposed to have been a triple headliner. There's supposed to have been Papa Roach.
I was really looking forward to Papa Roach.
So was I. Papa Roach, Skin Dread, and a load of other bands, and the main headliner was Five Finger Death Punch.
And I was really, really looking forward to Papa Roach.
Now, Skindred turned up, but Papa Roach weren't allowed to turn up because about a week before that, 2 weeks before that, a bomb had gone off at a gig in Paris. And Papa Roach's management said, "You're not doing it." So they didn't appear. We had Creeper. We had Skindred. Now, most of these sounded okay. I couldn't see a blooming thing.
But I know quite a few bands, networking and stuff because of my modelling and that, and I've met Ivan. And he embarrassed me horribly. I'm sitting there, just singing along, minding my own. And he's like, done that thing where he pulls up his trousers and kneels down and gone at me, and I was just like, my ex-boyfriend was like, "He just waved at you." I went, "I know." He went, "He smiled at you." I went, "I know." He went, "But he waved at you." I was like, "I know."
Now,
It's Ivan.
The Wembley Arena, if you're got a side seat and you're beyond, if you're about 10 feet from the stage, forget it. You will not see a thing. I couldn't see.
I don't think they should have
anything.
seats there though.
They shouldn't.
No.
I was over the stairs for a start, and I could not see a thing. Because as soon as they started, everyone sat on the back of their seats.
But let's be honest, did you get to see Skindred last year?
I saw Skindred last year in Lanzarote.
And then she was standing there, and he went, "Come on, baby girl, put your arms in the air."
Embarrassed me horribly.
So I grabbed her arm and I went.
Bear in mind, I had the bags and everything as well, as usual. But,
I grabbed her arm and I put it in the air for her.
But we
Can't let Benji down.
I couldn't see a thing. Creeper were on, couldn't see Creeper. All I got.
You don't want to see Creeper.
I got a brief glimpse, and I went. It looked like a clone of Joey Ramone, sort of clutching the mic, and Caddy said, "Yeah, that's what it was." Basically, that was it.
It wasn't right.
But Creeper were there. It was Five Finger Death Punch headlining, and their fans are absolute tits, But
Yeah, because I want to bought a CD, and there was a fight in the foyer.
Yeah,
I was going to buy a T-shirt, but I was looking at the sizes, and I got pushed because one of the fans was standing there, and they pushed him into me, and I've gone over the thingy like that, and I was like, "Ow!" And I was trying to check the sizes of the T-shirts, and "Do you want? Just give me a CD." Because I got pushed and I wasn't happy about it. So just give me a CD.
I punched my way through the crowd and got the CD. Because I'm like that. But,
because I was standing near my mum and I was looking at the size of the T-shirts and I was like, I don't know. And then I got pushed and I fell over the stool with the T-shirts on it and I was like, "Ow!" And she managed to get me the CD because I went, "Just get me a CD." I said, because I can't look at the sizes because I keep getting pushed. I went, "So just get me the CD." I went, because that's one size fits all.
It was a nightmare though. I didn't see anything at all. And she actually thought I was exaggerating. But I started talking to the guy next to me, and he took a picture. And bearing in mind, he was sitting on the back of the seat, because he'd stood on the seat and he was sitting on the back of it. And he took a picture, and you couldn't see anything. All you could see was the spotlights at the top of the stage.
Yeah, but it wasn't my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I said it was my fault.
But she's seen Skindred now, so...
I've heard Five Finger Death Punch live.
She's seen Skindred.
And I've seen Skindred.
Although she didn't really see Skindred because she sort of ran away.
I didn't run away. I went to the toilet.
You ran away. We was right at the front, right? The stage was there. We were there.
Well,
she ran off to the toilet.
I'd seen more than half of their show, but I had to go to the loo. And I got shoved over on the way out of the loo and I lost their cigarettes.
She could have lost my handbag, but she didn't.
No, I kept hold of that.
But I was to that as well. And yeah, that was weirdness went on that night anyway. So yeah, it was good. That's the reason I haven't blocked that memory out of my head is because seeing Skindred, or I would have done, because the weirdness that went on after that was just strange.
And then we went out again to that place about a week later, and it was this weird techno stuff. And Kaylee started dancing, so I sort of lost her a bit.
I was drunk.
Yeah, I was having arguments.
I
and stuff
decided
like that,
because
so.
of the crap holiday that I had due to my ex, I was going to get drunk. And I did. I succeeded. And I was off my face on Jägermeister and Coke. I loved it.
So, we have actually done a few gigs. We've done the Crane tour as well.
Yeah, she's seen Reckless Love 3 times. We like the Barflow though because it's quite small. So, it's quite an intimate gig.
But I will say this. We went and saw Reckless Love. They were amazing. But Ollie invited some bloke from another band up on stage.
Oh, the
to sing a
70s.
Queen song. And now, prior to that, when we've been in the queue, these people come up to us. Now, the two younger guys look like they dropped out of a time loop from the 1970s. And the dad wasn't much better. And they come up and he goes, love, do you know where we can, where there's a Costa or something, so as we can get a coffee? And I went, no, I don't actually live in Camden. Okay, love, I don't want your life story. I won't tell you what I shouted at him. Needless to say, it started with F, ended in U, and it's got
I think they get
few
the
letters in
message.
between. But it was really insulting. You don't. If you're asking someone directions for something, you don't do that.
We did.
Yeah, it was just nasty. That's why. So yeah, he wasn't very pleasant. And after that, they were labelled the 1970s people because that's what they looked like. And he wasn't that great on stage. And this girl come out and she goes, did we come on the stage? And he sang it. I went, no, not really. But, yeah. But we did like Reckless Love. Just didn't like the 70s people very much.
No. They were.
But, please, comment, like and subscribe. We appreciate your comments.
Share.
Well, you can do all that bit.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring, and caring's what we're all about.
Apart from when she's swearing her head off twice in one video.
Well, other people swear and they get views.
Yeah, they're not family friendly.
No, not what I'm swearing. But
Hang on. I am very, very sorry about her foul mouth, but she can't help it. She's mentally deranged.
Tourette's.
She's mentally deranged, and sometimes she can't help her mouth.
I'm senile and I forget.
I swore once in one video, and there's her effing and jeffing her head off.
I've got Tourette's and I'm senile. I can't help it.
Yeah, anyway. She hasn't got Tourette's, she's just being silly again. But,
Anyway, you didn't say I'm not senile, though, did you?
no. She's senile, but she hasn't got Tourette's. Anyway, so we're going to leave this video here because it's like nearly... Hello, Baba! Sorry. Oh, Andy boy. Come here, Baba. Joke!
Look, I may swear, but you go mental when the cats come up.
Baba, though. Oh,
Yes,
Joke.
but we've got Squidgy sniffing the camera.
Anyway, no. No one wants to see your face that close apart from me. Right? So if you subscribe, like, share,
And comment. Please comment.
Andy Boy wants you to comment. Comment.
Yeah, we really, really want you to comment. So, I'll leave
My
this
special
here.
boy told you to comment, so comment.
Be kind and considerate. This has been Tales,
From a telephone.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.